Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh, Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh.
All right, Derek, we need a sound check, man.
Sound check? All right, adolescents. Well, let's throw that back. All right. If the adolescents that we don't call Metro have belief in you, then the consequences are dire. Future. Told you it was going to be ignorant.
So what you're telling me is
Told
if
you.
young Metro does not believe in you as a person, the totality of such, the consequences could be less than desirable.
Right. And I say that because of the guest we have today. Because that's how I feel about her. If she don't trust you, then I ain't rocking with you.
Hello.
Well, let's see how I'm going to start this intro off. Actually, I'm going to start this off how I want to. So, you know how we started this podcast.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, the one thing
Go
people
ahead.
confuse is the business name is Angie Watts.
Yep.
My name is Angie Hubbard or Angela Hubbard. Thanks to my husband. I'm Hubbard.
Herbert, see, I still say Angie Watts. See?
Yeah, so Angie Watts is the business
Is
name.
the business.
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'll make sure to introduce Angela Hubbard. So I met Angela 2018, 2019 off the strength of my my previous manager, CT. They're best friends, right? And off the strength of that, she knew I was having a small business and I'm trying to grow. And she sat down with me for an hour and a half, 2 hours in the middle of the day in a Panera Bread and dropped jewels on me that whole time. Seriously. My first pie boxes, she the one directed me to it. Anytime I had a question about anything, I would text her. She would hit me back with something like, what you looking for, stuff like that, what question you have. And I just want to say thank you. This is me throwing roses your way.
Aww.
I am so grateful for you. Even when I said, hey, we want you on the podcast, she said when.
Roses, 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 roses.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Roses,
I'm
more
catching
roses.
So
them.
again,
I'm catching them.
so I just want to say I am grateful for the guest we have today, Angela Hubbard. Her business is Angie Watts. You can check her out on IG, Angie Watts, right? On LG?
IG
Watts
at
Beauty.
Angie Watts Beauty
Beauty.
and also at Smitty's Beard Essentials
Meaty
on
Beers
IG.
Essentials. Yep, that's what we got today. Beer Gods. We have on her paraphernalia today because I said paraphernalia. That's not the right word.
Of course it is.
That is not the right word.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Her merch.
Her merch.
Her merch.
We're gonna keep that in. This is a real podcast, people. This is what we do. So how you doing today, Angie?
I'm blessed.
Blessed?
Blessed, yes. And exhausted.
Life of entrepreneur, right?
That's the life.
Right.
24/7.
Yeah,
You know.
I can't remember the last time I ain't wake up at 5 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
Yes,
you
it
know,
is.
and it's not like your everyday 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
There is no end time. It's, whenever you want to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I don't shut it down until the work is done.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm exhausted.
So I know your story, so my fault. I didn't even introduce my co-host. So this is the Breaking Bread podcast, you guys. Thank you for joining us today. Me and my co-host, Lee,
Yes,
are
sir.
here. And of course, we have Angie Watts, like I always said, but we just wanted to jump into it. So I know your story about how you started. Can you share with everybody how you started and decided to take that leap into full-time?
Absolutely. So, I have to start way back. So my daughter is 16 now, but when she was a baby, she had a terrible case of eczema. And her pediatrician recommended steroids for her skin. But he said you can't use the steroids every day because it'll thin out her skin. And he named a whole list of things that were more reasons why I didn't want to use it. So she was suffering really bad. Her cheeks had these terrible dry patches that she would just scratch till she drew blood. And I said, well, we need something that we can use every day, that I don't have to worry about, steroids, chemicals. So I got online and I even went to the old school library.
The Dewey Decimal System?
The Dewey Decimal,
What,
yes.
the numbers on the spot?
Yes.
They still got
and I'm like, I'm calling it old school library, but yeah, I love the library. Yeah. Anyway, went there, did some research on plant-based ingredients, and specifically that would heal eczema, or the symptoms attributed to eczema. So I got a whole list of ingredients, tried them out in my kitchen lab, and they actually worked. And so I shared my little concoction with friends and family, and they was like, "Oh my God, you need to market this." I was like, "Oh, that's cool and all," but I didn't. So I didn't market it, and so fast forward to 2015, I got laid off from my corporate job. I was a project manager, so I got laid off, and then suddenly that concoction from 2006 sounded pretty good. I was like, let me see if I can find where I wrote down all the ingredients for that thing. Right. So that's what I did. I turned back. I did find it. It was kind of like in a vault. So I found it and brought it back to life. And I said, well, let me just try. What do I have to lose? Right. I'm unemployed, right. A middle-aged unemployed lady. So I put it out there, got my website up. I took my entire severance and put it towards this.
Oh, wow.
So I have a little bit of graphics background. So I am able to do, some basic to intermediate things. So I got the website up and pushed it out, did my own marketing, and it just flew. Flew. So from that point, I said, well, maybe I could formulate some other plant-based ingredients, products. So I came out with my face line. That took off like crazy. And then lastly, the beard product line. And all plant-based.
And I'm grateful.
And yes, thank you for being a customer. And yes. So, all plant-based, certified vegan, and cruelty-free.
Amazing.
So that's how it started, with a mother's challenge to try to find a solution for her baby girl's eczema, skin issues. So,
and that's amazing, because now you've been recognized by a lot of different outlets that have big followings, and you won a grant recently, right? Too.
I did.
With Amazon,
right? I did. I won a $10,000 grant from Amazon.
Can I hold something?
You're too late, brother. That thing been gone.
Yeah, so we're gonna need about 500.
Yeah, they been gone. So Amazon, I'm in their Black Business Accelerator program.
Okay.
So I was in it for year one, which was I think 2021, and then I completed year one, and then they offered me another year, which is this year. So we're in 2022.
Okay, see, I do that all the time too. It's all a blur.
It is a blur. Like really the days of the weeks. What year were you in? Okay, yeah. So they offered me another year. So I'm in the second year of their accelerator program.
Oh man, that's still. So how did you find out about? Just me personally, I'm just asking. This is not even
the accelerator program.
How did you find out about that?
So I was already a seller on Amazon in their indie beauty division. So my rep at that time told me that there would be something in the works coming, but she was like, "I'll let you know once we get more information on it." So then the murder of George Floyd happened, and that kind of made them really, put fire under them to really get it going.
Accelerate.
Yeah. So then they ran like a ton of commercials about it, and then my rep, she actually put me in touch with the people that I needed to be in touch with to get in the program. So that's pretty much how it happened.
Oh man, So let me ask you this: we went back to. I'm sorry, Lee. I'm just.
Oh no, you good?
I didn't realize.
I'm over here popcorn. That's a good question. Like if you heard the dialogue in my mind, listening to this story, I'm just as captivated.
Right. Just was saying, like I said, I was blessed to meet Angie. Like I said, it was off of my manager knowing that I had a small business, and she having a conversation with her friend, and her friend just saying yes.
Yeah, and when she told me about you, I was like, well, we don't sell the same type of products, but I'll speak to them and give them any gem that I can share with them. But we're in two different industries, but any way I can
left
help.
with a whole bag of gems.
Yeah,
Let me just tell
I got
you,
these sapphires, these emeralds,
Right.
right.
I would not be where I'm at right now without Angie. I can say that wholeheartedly.
thank
Seriously, and I mean
you.
that wholeheartedly.
That's so awesome.
Because I ain't no operational side, like, okay, selling it, marketing it, getting it to places to sell it, cool.
Right.
But the back end operations and all that stuff that I needed, if it wasn't for her, dog, I'd be
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
still just a side hustle.
and I also don't mind doing that for people because I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody to say, girl, you need to get this certification. Now you need to do this. Now you need that. I didn't have that. So
Right.
everything was from my best friend Google. So like, I had Google on one end, and then also Wake Tech's small business,
yeah.
their small business department. So those people over there were like unbelievable help to me.
Yeah.
So between Google and Wake Tech small business, that's pretty much all I had. Like I didn't have a mentor or anything. Nobody to tell me, go here to get your ingredients, go here to get your product. You should do this, you need to do that. I didn't have any of that. So I'm always happy to, pass the torch.
And I thank you because I tell everybody she's my business mentor. So I do. I'm like, that's my business mentor all the time.
Thank you.
And I'm a witness because when Derek came to me about the podcast, I feel like I know you. I feel like you my cousin.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you got the
we
first
fifth
time.
cousins.
Yeah, Angie, so-and-so. I was like, okay, all right. So then came back the next day. All right, so we want to do this podcast. Well, let me tell you about what Angie did for me over here. This and this and this. And it was just great. It was just great. And I love the energy here. The question I have for you is, can you give us a brief synopsis of your products? So what do you offer? And I love how you were saying earlier it's vegan, cruelty-free.
Yeah.
And I love what's on your shirt. Hella
Yes.
good skin
Hella
food.
good skin food.
It's so true because your skin is your largest organ.
Yes,
right?
it is.
But people
Yes,
don't think
it
about
is.
that. So how do we
Yes,
feed
it
our
is.
skin with your products?
Okay, so the line consists of body products, which is I have a body scrub, I have body oils, and whipped body butters. So that's in the body collection. Then I have a face collection. So in the face collection, you have Oshun Skin Food, which is a facial scrub to exfoliate. I have a toner. I have 2 facial serums. And am I forgetting anything? I hope not.
Let me talk about the beard stuff. So
Yeah,
her
and-
beard, she has the beard butters that are amazing. The beard oils. Can I see that right there?
Yes.
Let me see that beard oil. This beard oil is amazing. When people ask me where I get my stuff from, the first thing I do is send it to the NGY site because this oil has your beard shining. And this sounds like a commercial, maybe it is. Who cares? This is
I'll
my
take
business
it.
mentor. I'm
I'll take
a
it.
hype her up.
Well,
So what
So-
Derek said, if you want the Milky Way on your face,
Right.
you want the galaxy, that glimmering look, that's what we need.
If you want me to
Beard
stop-
essentials.
if you want a healthy beard, you want
Yes.
a glowing beard, that look like you really take care of and maintain your beard.
It is indeed.
There it
beard.
is.
It
There
really
it is.
is. It's my wife is natural. My daughters are natural. So I am the designated snack provider. Right. So I'm grabbing the popcorn in the Capri Sun and I'm watching the things that she uses.
Okay.
And I try to emulate that in my beard, and it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same.
It's
so
not the same.
it was so bad that she ended up buying me like a beard kit for Christmas.
See, I'm mad at her for not getting my beard kit. No, I'm just kidding.
In hindsight, this was like 3 years ago, so but
Okay.
that's all I've known, and that's really why I'm glad that even I personally had the opportunity to speak to you, because now I'm going to sunset my previous tract, and I'm pivoting to Smitty's Beard Essentials. I mean, just the quality of the materials, everything looks really good, and
That's a nice way of saying I ain't buying that stuff no more. You said sunset.
Oh, yeah.
That was a real.
And let me tell you something. I spent a lot of money on this PR degree. You know how much money this PR degree
That
cost?
was a nice one. I was like, sunset. I was like, oh, going down.
Oh yeah. We need to talk if you got a PR degree. Yeah, let me holler at you. Let me holler
Listen, I
at you.
got a PR degree on the top, and I got a National Honor Society certificate at the bottom. So,
Okay, yeah, let's go.
But it's very expensive.
Yeah. So, and then the beard collection, which is the body wash, the body butter, I'm sorry, I said body. Beard. So the beard butter, the beard oil, and then the beard wash. So the difference is a lot of men will ask this. So what's the difference in just using my wife's shampoo for my beard? Because that's what many men have done in the past before this whole thing blew up, with designated beard products. So the difference is the products that are for your beard are specifically for your beard. The products that are for the hair on your head are for the hair follicles specifically on your head, So for the beard, you need things. Some people are trying to grow their beard. So I have a product, a specific oil for growth. It's called Amla oil. And Amla originated in India. So if you see people in India with all this hair, beautiful hair, beautiful locks. So Amla is in the products for those who are trying to grow a beard. And so if you notice, hey, I didn't really want to grow my beard. Now I got the Santa Claus beard as a result. It's all good. Just trim it down a little bit. Have your barber to shape you up. You good. But so the products for the beard are meant specifically for the beard. And the texture on your beard hair is different from
totally
the texture on your head.
Yep.
So
And the skin under your beard is different than the skin on your head.
Exactly. And we want to also, I want to treat the skin beneath the beard, because sometimes there's a lot of itching and irritation. So the ingredients will, I have aloe in there that will cool the irritation. So you want to also treat the skin beneath the beard as well as the beard.
And that was my issue. Like I used to have like flakiness under my beard and stuff for real. And then just constantly using her stuff and maintaining it, that went away. The itchiness, the stuff like that, the redness that I had, it was all gone.
Yes.
So yeah, you really do have to, if you're going to grow a beard, you really have to maintain it for real.
You do. And also I want to touch on ingredients as well.
Yes.
So a lot of people don't know this. So the FDA, when you have a product that requires labeling, you have to list the ingredients. So the ingredient that the product has the most of is always listed at the top. So when you look at the bottle and it says water, your product has mostly water. Water is drying. And water is a filler. So a lot of people in the industry use water to fill it. Say, I only give them 2% jojoba oil, 1% amla, and the rest is water. So I would say probably 85% is water. So if you see water as the first, if you see alcohol, some sort of alcohol ingredient in the very top, that's what you have the most of. So I always tell people, read your ingredient labels when you start having all these issues and you're wondering why you're ashy after like 2 hours after applying, is because water is the top ingredient. It's a filler.
Well, I only get mine from NG Watt, so it don't matter.
Right, and I have no water.
Say that one more time for me. You said you have no water.
No water.
That's what we want to hear.
No water. All product.
All
product.
No water. Oh, can we get that on the t-shirt?
No water.
No water. All product. That
No
is
water.
a t-shirt.
All
Smitty's Beard
active
Essentials.
ingredients.
Big old
Okay.
They're going to PR.
I just told y'all I spent a lot of money.
Yes, you did. You did. Active ingredients is what we're looking for.
So you tell me all the time, look, you always working. When the last time you took a vacation?
I actually took a vacation in March.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
turned 50 in March.
Oh, happy
Yeah,
belated.
thank you. So on March 20th, yes, I'm a Pisces.
Hey, one time for us.
Oh, you're a
Yes,
Pisces?
you a Pisces too?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, when
ma'am.
is your birthday?
March 8th.
Okay, yes, Pisces in the house.
All day.
Pisces.
We outside.
So yes, we went to Mexico for my 50th. Just me and my husband, no kids, kid-free vacation. Made sure we got adult only resort. Like I don't even want to see a kid in the lobby. Okay. So yes, so adult only, and we had a great time. We had a fabulous celebration of life for Angie.
I know that's right.
Yeah, yeah. So it was good. That was the last time.
That's
Yep. So March.
I got to do something this summer. I don't know what yet. But I
Yeah.
got to find me something. I got to call CT. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shout out to
you
you,
have to
CT,
do
by the way. I said your name like several times already. So.
Right. And people are like, who is CT?
Right.
It's Christina Taylor.
Oh, you going to put a whole government out there. She going to get you.
Sure did. Hey, that's free
That
advertising
is
for
free
her.
advertisement. That is true. It is free advertisement for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, you definitely have to do something from time to time for yourself, and for your mental.
That's true. That's what I'm trying to. I'm getting better at that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been bad at balancing because I've always go hard, let's
Mm-hmm.
get it done. After you hit that, go again. Then I had to learn how to be present.
Right.
And true story. Last time we were shooting, so after we shot the other 2 episodes, we left and we was meeting up at Lee's house. And I'm like, yeah, cool. We're gonna go there. We're gonna get this content and cut it up and stuff. He said, before anything else, let's take a shot and say congratulations on our first show. And I'm like, you're right. We need to take a pause.
That's right.
And
That's
celebrate.
right.
He was right. And it hit me like, see, there go me again. Just, okay, boom, next step, instead of saying pause. Dude, we just finished 2 shows and it took us 3 months to get all this together. We should take a drink and celebrate.
Yeah, congratulations,
So-
guys. That's
Thank you.
big.
So like you
That's
said,
big.
being more present, getting the balance, because you would drive yourself crazy.
Yeah,
if you don't.
balance is tough. I would say that is my biggest challenge. Being an entrepreneur is work-life balance. I do have 2 kids. They play travel basketball, which I'm going to a game in Sanford after this. So,
Nice.
so that work-life balance, I kind of always try to be at all of their games, all of their activities. I told you that my daughter got in the Honor Society,
Yep.
so there was an induction ceremony last night, so I could meet you to
Right.
give the shirt. So yeah, just that balance of being the mompreneur and the entrepreneur, like trying to keep it a little separate, but it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know.
It's definitely hard, especially depends, all the things you juggle between life, work, and then, things happen in the middle of that too. So
That's
it's just
right.
like,
Yes.
That's right.
it's like, oh, I got to forget that. What was it, last Saturday or Saturday before last? Me and him was supposed to link up to prep for the show, and I was like, it's my niece's birthday.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I said, I got to go. I told her I was
Gotta
going to
go.
go. She's 8. She turned 8.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
you have to be.
I was like, I got to be there.
And honey,
So I had to do that. And he was, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to find a good coach. He was like, all right, man,
That's
I got you
right.
because he got the same values I got as far as family first.
right. Family
So
first.
because
all
let
day.
me tell you, those kids, they hold you to it
They
too.
sure
Like
do.
you said, you was gonna be there.
They
Like
sure do.
I
told my nephew I was
So-
going to buy him some J's, and he held me too.
Oh
You hear
yeah,
me?
like can I get those
He held me
J's?
too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was
so-
hoping for a bad grade. I was wishing, I was praying on his downfall. Let me see your report card. What? Let me see your report card.
Oh, you short as an A? Look
I was
like a
looking at
B.
it, so
You
that's
kind
it.
of like a B.
We
Yeah.
got to take this to the court of appeal.
Right.
Because,
I was looking at it like, why are you trying to better yourself?
Yeah, exactly. So now you got to learn from what you can offer, what your
Right.
offerings are going to be.
Oh, I've done
You
that
know,
too many times and
like-
shot myself in the foot. I told my nephew one time I give him $50 if he got a certain stat number in basketball, and he went off. And I said, okay.
Wow.
I said, never again. All right, look, Kyrie, that's what you want to do? Okay, never mind.
Didn't another basketball player do that till their, like a NBA player told their, who was it? Might have been Shaq.
Oh, probably just.
Yeah, I think he said 5,000, 15,000, some number. And yeah, the kid definitely ended up getting that money.
The coach couldn't pull me out the game for 10 racks. You hear
Could
me?
you imagine being the coach?
Right.
I know.
So you wake up on a Tuesday morning. Let's paint this picture. You wake up on Tuesday morning to practice, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And one of your players pulls you to the side and said, listen, Shaq said on Twitter that if I get 35 points, he'll give me $15,000.
Right.
You think it's a joke. So then he pulls up the stuff on the phone. You see it, and you're like, it's still a joke. Then you got to deal with mama and daddy calling. So now it's game day, right?
Right.
This kid's is in a mismatch, but you can't block the opportunity
Right.
to let this kid have this moment.
No,
That's right.
So if I'm the coach, we gonna let it ride.
Let it
Look,
ride.
17, you just out there. You tired? I could give you 60 seconds on the bench.
Right.
You got to get back out there.
Get it
Right?
done.
That's right. That's right.
They get to 35,
Yeah.
and as soon as he hit that last free throw, all right, have a seat. Now we're going to win this game.
Exactly.
Right. Because I got to get that bucket. Right. Real quick.
Right. I know that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you have like next coming up? What you working on right now?
So what I'm working on right now is launching more product. For the men, in the men's collection, I'm working on launching sort of like an after shave, like an aftershave situation, because I know in the barber shop they use alcohol and it burns like hell. Burns like hell. So after you get that nice shape up, and then here he come with the whatever he got, and he
Right.
burn you the hell up.
Right.
So I am going to formulate a solution so you don't have to burn up. Something natural. Witch hazel will do it. I'm not sure why they haven't ventured, and I think it's because they've, for years everybody's like alcohol, the cure all for everything. Alcohol. So
Right.
I'm thinking that's why they was like, we're not going to do aloe, we're not going to do witch hazel, we're not doing any of those things. So
That's a large opportunity.
that's where I come in.
And it's funny too, because like, man, that's how cats can know if they keep their neck clean. You get that burn on the back of your neck, go home, hop into the shower.
Yes, sir. That's called rust.
That's called.
Yes, that's
called-
exactly what
Yeah,
that's
you need a
called.
full review of your hygienic practices, good sir.
That's right.
When they put
That's
that cotton ball on the back, look like the sleeve of her shirt.
Right,
Sir.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Sir.
right, exactly. And it's hard sometimes to change people's way of thinking about things. They've been doing it for years, and that's what I asked my husband. I was like, why do they have to use the alcohol and burn everybody out? I'm like, I don't get that. There's other things out there. I don't
Right.
get that. And he was like, well, I don't know. I cut my own, so that's on them.
See, I don't trust
And he
myself to
can't
come
grow a
on
beard.
here.
My husband can't grow a beard, so I have to rely on, friends
Right.
with beards, family members with beards.
Call me anytime you need
So
anything.
so I
Same
will
here,
be
yeah.
sending y'all some things to test out. So I do rely on others to do the test. So we test on friends and willing friends and friends,
Yeah,
family and friends, in exchange for free product. So
absolutely. Looking forward to it.
why do I need an animal? So like
That's so
I
true.
got.
Yeah, because they can't talk.
They can't talk. They can't give
So
me.
somebody
They
has to
cannot
translate.
provide me feedback.
You know what I mean?
Like why harm them when I'm not gonna harm you guys.
No, of
'cause
course
everything
not.
is
Yeah.
plant
It's all
based.
natural, right?
Everything is natural. So so I do rely on other beard, because obviously I don't have a beard, but there might be some women with a beard, but I'm not one of them. So I do have to seek out males, cousins, friends with beards to test the products.
Cool.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's what's in the work for the beard collection is formulating a product that will also provide healing after a cut, and also just make your skin feel nice as
Yeah.
well. So without burning.
Yeah.
So
I recommend
Yeah.
everyone get a skin care routine.
absolutely.
I would, when we were like 17, we weren't thinking about that, especially in the early 2000s. It was just like, live life. I got Dove. And there's a Dove. And then you thought you really was good. I got the white bar.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the white bar. You need a lot more than that. You need a lot more than that.
That's
Absolutely.
right. And I had one beard customer that hit me up by email, and he's like, so what order do I use the product? Because and I'm like, okay, I only have 3 products, so and one is a wash. So, so in my head, I'm thinking, that's a really silly question to ask. I only got the 3, and one is like a shampoo.
Right.
And then somebody else with a beard, I told him about it. He says, well, think about it. We've been using girlfriends, wives products for years.
Emulation.
So then all of these products came out on the market. So we like, okay, which one is first? Which one is second? I said, you know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about that, because, you're going to grab your wife's Shea Moisture shampoo, grab your wife's, body oil for your,
Right.
So, then I said, you know what? So the other beard friend, he did a video to show the order and exactly how to use the product. So I felt that there was a need for that since I did get the question. So, and I listen to every question, every comment, every review, I listen, so because I did have, I'll be totally honest about the beard shampoo. Couple of guys were like, is there a way that we can make it a little bit thicker? And I'm just like, okay. I listen. I don't take it, negatively.
Yeah.
When I hear somebody say, well, can you do this because of that? Or can you tweak it? I absolutely can tweak it. So that's what I did.
That's excellent.
So, yeah.
So a question for the people: what is the order of operations when using your the Smitty's Beard Essentials line?
Okay,
Clearly,
so
we start with the wash, right?
Okay, so the wash, and then this says conditioning beard oil. Of course, you could do what you want, and what works for you. But so the wash, and then I would say oil, and then you finish it with the beard butter to sort of like give it a nice finish and
Gotcha.
texture.
Give it some
and
shape. Texture.
Yes. So that is the order that I, after having my beard testers, I call them, tested out, that is the order that I felt was best. This is conditioning beard oil. Once you finish the shampoo, work it all the way, the oil all up in your beard, giving it a nice massage. So that's how I got the order. So from basically trial and error, like
Excellent.
these guys tested it, this is what it should be. And you only need a little bit of the butter at the end. And then I have some guys that's like, you know what? I don't need the oil. I just need the butter. Or I need the butter. I don't need the oil. So, it's really what your beard is asking for.
Gotcha.
So,
Is the active ingredient for growth in both the oil and the butter?
that's an excellent question. That is only in the butter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's
Good
a
to
great,
know.
And
that's
that's
a great
what I
question.
use the most, just FYI, everyone. I ain't
Yeah.
saying my beard is great, but it's strong.
You're great. Your beard is great.
Thank you.
It's A1.
Yes.
It's an A1.
Yeah,
appreciate
it
it.
really is.
Oh,
Do
thank
you
you.
ever get the Paul Bunyan?
Yes.
Yeah,
If
in
I
the
let
winter
it,
months, maybe.
oh, if I let it grow out,
And
yeah.
that's my thing. I want to get mine to grow because my coil pattern, like if I were to take it here, it would be this long.
Yeah.
It just coils so tightly. So I'm trying to get more length. And I have a friend, one of my best friends. I mean, his beard is like down here.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
It's really long. It's so long. He has to clip the ends. He has like a scarf for it. Like it's a whole situation.
Right,
you know,
right.
but my wife was like, yeah, we got some I think either satin or silk pillowcases because you can't really do.
Right.
That's another thing.
Right.
You can't be on cotton with your hair out.
Right.
That's why ladies
That's
wrap
right.
their hair. Same thing with gentlemen, but you can't wrap a beard. So you got to get some type of pillowcase situation to handle that.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to additional growth, right?
Yeah, and have you tried combing or brushing it?
Yes. So I use a tangle teaser. So my thing is I use a wash, I use a tangle teaser. Then there's a conditioning butter-ish thing for the current product that shall remain nameless and will be sunset immediately at the conclusion of this episode. So use that, and then tangle teaser. Then I use a wood comb.
Okay.
And then I use the oil because my wife was like, use the oil at the end to seal it,
Yes.
to seal in the butter.
Yes.
So that's what I was doing. But it
Women
seems
be
to,
knowing, boy. They just I tell you, they got you. You hear me?
man, my daughter's hair is so long. Both of their hair is down to the bottom of their bag.
Wow.
And, I mean, she does such a painstakingly amazing job. It's so tedious. Again, I got the light work. All I got to do is make sure these Capri Suns is cold and this popcorn is hot, and I'm good. I'm
And
over
you're
there
good.
watching. Listen, I'm watching the Panthers game. Boom.
Right.
Phone going to boom. I get my little orders. DoorDash, but in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
boom, here you
Right.
go. Boom, here you go.
Right.
So then when it became my turn, because I used to wear my beard really close to my face, and I decided to
Okay.
grow it out. But yeah, I'm really excited about pivoting over to Smitty's.
Okay.
We're really
Well,
excited about
happy
that.
to have you.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
I'll be. I am
Happy
there.
to have you. And then I didn't tell the origin of Smitty's. So my father, who passed in '97, he mostly wore a 5 o'clock shadow. But from time to time, he wore a beard. But so the collection is actually to honor him.
Oh, that's
So-
amazing.
Yeah, so his name was Robert Smith, but they call a lot of anybody with Smith Smitty.
Smitty.
So
Right.
so his nickname was Smitty.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's where
awesome. And where can we find your products?
So the products are on my website. That's angiewatts.com. Also on Amazon, and also on several boutiques from North Carolina to California.
Amazing.
So you'd have to go to my website
Flips.
to see the list. If there's a store in that particular city, in DC, there should definitely be a place you could go. Philly, I have a location in Philly, 2 locations in Philly. So. Yeah,
Place to be.
Yeah,
For beard.
yeah. That's the Beard Nation.
You know,
That's
this
Beard Nation.
rolls right into what how we end this. So she was talking about that. You want to go ahead and do it? It's your.
All right, here we go. So you're going to throw me the log.
Let's
so
go ahead.
Now we're going to get into some fun. So we got
Okay.
2 segments for you. The first
Okay.
is called 2 shots and 1. Right, for all our basketball heads, I know you're going to a game later. So imagine kids going to the rim, Euro, get off me, gets foul, finishes, going to the line, and we about to get to 2 shots and 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
And you're going to give us what you think. So the first question, we're going to talk about food for a moment, right? So what's your favorite food spot when you're on the way home or after you've had a long day? What's that spot you think of to say, this is going to really help me conclude my day? Not necessarily for nourishment, but for joy.
Okay, so for joy and quick fulfillment, well, I would say maximum joy. I like Golden Crust. Golden Crust is a Jamaican restaurant,
Yep.
and it's owned by my friend.
I know that's right.
Who's your friend?
So Paul and Tanika Parker, they own Golden Crust in Durham.
That's awesome.
So-
Shout out to
so-
Paul and Tanika
Yeah,
Parker.
yeah.
Shout out to
And
Golden
then there's
Crust.
shout out to the one that just opened here in Raleigh over by BJ's.
Absolutely.
But I love Golden Crust. Love Golden Crust.
Oh, yes. I love the Oxtails, too, because they come to my house via Uber Eats about every other week. I'm fully familiar.
Fully committed too.
That's right. We out
Yeah.
here.
So
So good. So for question number 2, let's talk about brunch, right? What's your favorite brunch spot?
Oh yeah, I already know. They got a whole crew that go out.
okay.
So you have a brunch staff.
So
They're like the brunch Vengers. I don't know.
right. Well, okay. So favorite. So, dang, Durham was getting a lot of shout outs. Okay, for the Bull City. Yeah.
Bull
so
City.
BU Cafe.
BU,
Hey,
yeah, I
yes.
enjoy BU Cafe.
Yeah,
Classic.
their brunch is phenomenal. When I tell you, there's nothing on that menu that I don't like. And that's very rare for you to find. Sometimes you'll get a menu and you're like, yeah, I only like 3 things on the menu.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but yeah, BU hands down.
Their chicken wings and French toast do it for me every time.
Woo!
Shout out to BU
Their
Cafe.
French toast.
Yes.
Oh my God. Whew. Yes. So
Back right quick.
it took me back. Yeah, it did. It
Took
did.
you back like that song in the car. You're driving. Think about that person that ain't right beside you.
That's right. That's right.
I know that's real. I know that's real.
Yes. So
And
be it.
finally, we're in our segment, 2 shots and 1. What's a pivotal moment that you really cherish in your journey of entrepreneurship?
that I really cherish. There's many, but the one that actually comes to mind is when I got the brand trademarked. So it's a long process, number one, but once I did that, I was like, I'm in this to the end. There's no like giving up after 6 months or giving up. Once I saw, my brand on paper, legal paper, with that seal, I said, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. There's no turning back. So I got 2 trademarks. I have the name trademarked, and I also have the logo trademarked. So I would say that was it, because it made me really say, you're in this to win it. And like I always tell people, I actually turned a layoff into a payoff.
Hey, bars. That's a BPE, right?
Bars. Bars. That's BPE. The segues are amazing.
The segues are amazing.
The segues are amazing. Now we're going to get to the
Last-
juice of the show.
yeah.
For our last segment, we call this Big Positive Energy.
Okay.
BPE.
And this is where is your show, BPE. So what we're going to do is we're your hype man. You're going to have 60 seconds or longer to talk about anything that you want to talk about, your highlights of your business, your journey, anything you're proud
Celebrate
of, anything
yourself.
that brings you joy. This is us giving you your roses, and this platform belongs to you. BPE, Big Positive Energy. Let's get it. What you got for us?
Okay, so
Run it up.
Angie Watts is, as you can see, it's female owned and Black owned. I provide skin nourishment or skin food that is plant based and made in the USA in good old North Kakalaki. So, and with that, I say, I want to say that I treat all skin. If you have skin, I'm treating it. So although the formulator, the CEO, the skin food chef is Black, I'm treating all skin.
That's right.
No, that's
All
right.
skin.
That's right.
But do know it is Black owned.
And that's what we love.
So yes, there's that. And I also want to say to anybody who is thinking of starting a business, it's not for the weak-hearted. Okay, so it looks glamorous, and people are able to make it look glamorous on Instagram and Facebook, but they don't show the behind-the-scenes things. You know, the ordering when things. Your vendor don't have it in stock. Then what are you going to do? How do you know how to pivot? The number games that has to be played, the day-to-day operations, dealing with customers who are not happy or that are extremely happy, that want to talk all the time, but you love them. So there's a lot of back-end things that that people don't think about that you definitely should think about before you start a business. So don't give up, though. Do not give up. It will get hard. It will get hard. And you may feel like you want to give up, but keep going. Keep going. And the question I get a lot is, should I give up my day job? You know, I'm ready to take that leap. Okay, so that's... You know, it kind of depends on what you have going on. You know, you have a full family to support. You know, that you have a child that may have special needs. You need that insurance.
That's right.
Keep that job.
Right.
Keep that job.
That's right.
You know, and then once you feel like you have stacked your chips really well, go ahead and take the leap. So
But we want to be
that's what I
prepared,
say.
right? We
Be
wanna have that
prepared.
parachute.
Be
That's right,
prepared.
right.
Be prepared, but stack your chips.
That's right. I know that's right.
Stack and pray.
Yeah,
right.
stack and pray.
Stack
I
and
like
pray.
that. That's a shirt too.
It's a song. I can't even take credit for that. It's a song.
Oh, it is. Okay.
K-Camp, stack
All
and
right,
pray.
I'll give
But
you.
anyway.
I'll give you partial.
Excellent.
So,
All right, so this is, well, how do we want to end this? All right, give everybody your handle so they
Yes.
know where to follow you
How
at.
can we find you?
yes. So on Instagram is at Angie Watts Beauty, at Smitty's Beard Essentials. You can find me there. You can also find me on Twitter, even though I'm not very active over there, but it's at Angie Watts Tweet on Twitter. And what other one? Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Pinterest is at Angie Watts Beauty as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right, and guys, you
Yeah.
can find us at the Be Bread Podcast across everything. YouTube, well, YouTube is Breaking Bread. Still, we just don't own it yet, but still, Breaking Bread Podcast. What am I missing? Am I forgetting anything that we
Yeah,
need to say
just-
before we end?
So I think that's it. So check us out at
You-
The Bread Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
You said you don't own it.
The Be Bread,
The
just
name?
YouTube, just on YouTube.
Just YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You have to have
Do
a
you have
certain
the
amount of
domain?
followers. Yeah, but you just have to have a 1,000 followers
Okay.
to do, or subscribers.
So like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, on
Okay.
YouTube.
But do you have the domain?
We don't have the domain yet.
Get the domain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta go to
remember,
GoDaddy and get
Get
that,
it.
Get
She
that
told me
locked
the
in.
same thing.
Immediately.
It'll be done before
yeah.
this podcast drop. This show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be done today. They only cost like $3.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, but there's more. Somebody owned a domain shark, is what I call them. They go and buy,
Buy
a
domains.
bunch
Yeah, I've heard
of
of
like
those.
popular name ones. So they had mine when I first started. So my website, I had to choose something else. So it was Angie Watts Naturals when I first started. And I said, I want my name. And how come I can't have my name? I was
Right.
born Angela Renee Watts. That's my name, you know? So I reached out to them. At the time that I reached out to them, it was $1,600 they wanted. And I said, I'm not paying y'all $1,600. So I reached out to them. I was like, look, can we talk? You know? So they offered another number. Nope. Didn't want that number either. So finally I said, I'll give y'all $2,000. And they said, no, not $2,000. I'm sorry. $250, not $2,000. They said no. I said, okay. And I just left it alone. And then they came back and was like, okay, we'll take it.
that's right.
That's what it
It's
is.
like,
Making
dude,
money.
y'all been holding it forever and you can't sell it.
Right.
So
Might as
this
well
is why I
get
say, if you even thinking of a name, grab that domain because
it
those
early.
sharks are out there and they will try to, get you to pay all this money for it.
She even dropping gems when we closing the show out. You see what I'm saying?
Sorry.
It's all good. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
She dropping gems. No apologies needed.
VS1, VVS1, all of that.
Dropping gems even when we're closing out. All right,
Sorry.
guys. Thank
Okay.
you again for
This is
coming.
fun.
This is fun. No, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it and grateful
Love
that
it,
you came.
love
Again, like I said, this is a personal friend of mine. She can call me for anything. Thank y'all everybody for watching. Again, Angie Watts Beauty.
you.
Y'all have a good rest of y'all day.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for breaking bread with us.
Yay.